So ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I give you Sheriff Richard Mack, one heck of a great American.
Well, thanks so much. This has been a heck of a trip, and you can't call me anything better than one heck of American. I love that. Thank you, Bill, very much. Thank you. Just to give you a little background on where I've been the last few days, I'm in Pine River, right? Okay, Pine River. Earlier today, I think we did, what was that radio show? What's the name of the town? Wausau, okay. And the first day, I don't know, anyway, I've been in Baraboo, is that it? Baraboo, Janesville, and yesterday, wasn't it yesterday we're at the state capitol? Yesterday we're at the state capitol. Let me tell you what I did at the state capitol. I don't believe that the only enemy we have is just the federal government, Barack Obama and all his czar buddies. Sometimes it can be the state.
Yeah.
And you need to remember that you've got some brothers and sisters that are being attacked by the state just because they deal in raw milk.
Yep.
And they don't burn their milk, so the government goes after them. And that was the reason I came to Wisconsin. That was the main issue that got me here. Okay? So I did something crazy. My kids are always saying I'm doing something dorky. And so I just called my daughter a little while ago and told her what I did yesterday, and she could not believe it. Because let me tell you, first of all, I eat dairy products a little bit, but cheese, the only place cheese belongs is on enchiladas. Okay? And I would never eat cottage cheese unless you have it really saturated with fresh garden tomatoes and a lot of salt and pepper. But I never, and I mean never, drink a glass of milk. And I have never done it. I mean, I do not like milk. I don't want to say hate, but if you ask me the three foods I hate the most on the earth, one would be milk, and one would be mush, and one would be mush with milk. Okay? And so yesterday, I told two of the farmers in Wisconsin, your fellow Americans and your fellow Wisconsinites and your brothers in this great state, I told them that I would stand on the state capitol and drink a glass of raw milk. No greater love hath a man than to do that. Okay? And but I will tell you honestly, it's probably been 30 years since I've done that, and it tasted a lot better than the burnt milk that you get at the grocery stores. Okay? And I was proud to stand next to these two guys who I don't know, never had met before, but they're being abused. And they're being threatened. And their pursuit of happiness is being destroyed by your government. And we need to do something about it, and we need to support these guys, and we need to stand behind them. And so you better find out where Max Kane does his business, and you better find out where Hershberger, what's his name? Vernon. Gosh, why do I forget Vernon? Vernon Hershberger, and make sure you order some milk and cheese and butter from these guys. It's great, and we need to get behind them, and I'm serious. They need some financial support as well. And I'm going to order these products from them in the mail. And I drank that milk yesterday and told the state, come and arrest me if you want. This milk is all right. And you know what? I didn't get sick or nothing. You know? In fact, I felt a little bit better afterwards. Maybe it was just psychosomatic because I was so proud to be there, you know. But I am proud to be here, and I thank you so much. And you give me a lot of strength, and I thank you for being here. Look at the numbers of people here that just want to be free and left alone. And let me remind everyone in government, especially some of the people that have been here today, let me remind some of the media, and we still have some of them here today, that when government leaves you alone, it's known as freedom. And so when government stays out of your life, you know that we live under the principles of freedom. And you cannot, and this is a mathematical certainty, it is a political science equation. You cannot have overabundant, ever increasing, ever growing, ever crescendoing government and protected and increased liberty at the same time. If government gets bigger, freedom gets smaller. So does that tell you how big your freedom is today? It would be... No wonder we learned the metric system, because we've got to get down to centimeters and millimeters. Because it cannot exist when government controls every facet of your life. If government controls your land, your water, your air, your education, how you raise your kids, how you run your farm, how you run your ranch, then you're not free. And then they want to come back and tell you, and now, for your socialist enjoyment, we're going to run your health care too. And the last thing you want to do is ask your government to take care of you. Because you know why? They will. And that should scare you to death. So, you know, folks, I apologize. You're looking at my last 2 books on this trip. And I have lots of them on my website. So please go to my website and get them there. Because what will the truth do? Set us free. And that's what this is. I want you to know, this is the book that I met with your sheriffs about today. I met with 7 or 8 sheriffs right over here before we had this meeting. It was one of the best meetings I've ever had. These sheriffs were very sincere. Some of these were your sheriffs. They were honest and sincere in asking me questions and having concerns about this. And I want to set the record straight. This book details what I believe your sheriff should be doing. It does not say that he should go up and go to every federal agent in your county and kick them out right now. It doesn't say that. So make sure you read the book so you know what we're talking about here. It does not say that the sheriff should come and save you from your mortgage. Okay? It doesn't say that. Is there some validity possibly to that? Yes, but I don't know enough about it to tell you that your sheriff should do that. And maybe there's some fraud and other stuff going on there. But you can't just come to the sheriff the day before they're going to come and get you out of there and say, you need to go arrest those bankers who are trying to evict me from my home. That's not what this book says. You can hold me and your sheriff accountable for this book. It's 50 pages that connects the dots, that your sheriff is the ultimate power in your county. And should he protect you from tyranny? Absolutely. Okay? Now, and this little $2 booklet is the most powerful $2 booklet you'll ever buy in your life, except maybe if you're paying $2 for your little pocket constitutions, but I think those are $1. And anytime you hand out a pocket constitution, you should be handing this out with it. And you should make sure that every state official and every county commissioner reads this book. You know why? Because it's 14 pages about the most important and powerful 10th Amendment decision in the history of our country. And it was won by a couple of small-town sheriffs who decided that standing against tyrannical and out-of-control government is something we should be doing. Amen. And this proves it. Okay? And this proves it. Now, some people have actually looked at the back of the book and go, that doesn't look like you. And you know why it doesn't look like me? Because it's not me. That's Sheriff Joe Arpaio from Phoenix, Arizona. Okay? And he's kind of a crazy guy like me. Okay? We actually had 2 crazy sheriffs in Arizona at the same time. And Yes, I wrote this book. He endorsed the book. And I'll be the first one to admit, he has not read the book. Okay? What he endorsed, he puts right there. Okay? But that's okay because he hasn't read his own book either. Somebody else wrote it for him and he put his name on it. And it's called The Toughest Sheriff in America. And I've got to tell you that I took issue with Joe and we had a little argument. And I said, Joe, because we're good friends, I'm not going to sue you. And he said, why would you sue me? And I said, because you wrote a book saying that you're the toughest sheriff in America. And I hate to tell you this, but you're number 2. And I said, Joe, as your friend, I got to tell you, if there's anybody that knows number 2, it's you. And so I said, Joe, it's really an easy, an elementary deduction. You took on the street gangs, the prostitutes, the illegal aliens, and the drug runners. I took on the Clintons. Okay.